Oh, there it is! Welcome back to the Scott Paine YouTube channel. I'm here again for the 17th time because the camera's being weird. Anyway, today we're going to talk about my Guitarsonal. What I like, ones I'm kind of iffy about, the ones I love so much. Anyway, here we go. Oh, by the way, just real quick, I rearranged the room in here. You know why? Because I'm freaking quarantined, man. I want to go out, get caught, go to jail. You know what happens when you go to jail? They steal your left sock. You don't get it back, and you can't ask about it. You never ask about the left sock that's missing, man. Heed my words. It is not good. So, first guitar here. On the 17th time I said it. Schecter Hellraiser C-7FR-S. FR stands for Floyd Rose. S stands for Sustainiac. 7 stands for 7-string. Sustainiac. This is a single coil. Doesn't look like it, but it is. That is a hollow piece of plastic. Just there to take up space. But this guitar is a neck-through, solid mahogany body, maple fretboard, which is a nice one. I like it. And it's got a arched maple cap on it, a full-size maple cap, but it's quilted, but the quilting is actually a veneer, which, it's okay. It's made from mahogany and maple, my two favorite tone woods, man. So, the neck is really nice. It is a big neck. It's a 7-string, but it feels great. Now, I do have a video I haven't put up yet about this guitar because there's 3 trim pots in here that adjust your Sustainiac, which is a volume for the neck pickup volume period, and then there's a 2 others. One will, adjust how quick the Sustainiac kicks in, and the other one adjusts like the harmonic mode, which when you get into mode 2 and 3, when it's on, it kicks into like a harmonic, so it changes how quick it goes into that stuff too. And they're set pretty well from the factory, and those ones, man, they're really touchy to mess with them. But anyway, we'll get into that in the other video whenever I post it. You can check that stuff out. But and give you a quick rundown. So this is our switches here. That kicks the Sustainiac on, and this is your 3 modes. This will hold a note forever, at least till the battery dies. You put it in the middle, and that will take your note and blend it into a harmonic. Kick it up here, and it blends it into like a higher harmonic a lot quicker. This is a volume, this is a tone, and this turns on how much of the Sustainiac you want running, which they got that trim pot inside with this one, so I don't know why they put that out here too, but it, there you go. If you want it to blend it that way and don't have to tear it apart, cool. 3-way blade selector switch here. When you're on the, when you kick the Sustainiac in, you will only be on your bridge pickup. This won't work because it'll be doing the magnetic thing. Anyway, I'll give you a quick tone, maybe. Sustainiac on. Ooh. Number 2. And number 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come again. Anyway, so that one really quick. Probably won't give you a bunch of sound bites on everything, so let's just move on. Oh, God. I don't mean the way my friend acted when he saw a stripper. Alright, hold on. Hold on. This one. This is my son's guitar. This is a Jackson Rhodes. And neck through. I believe this is solid basswood. And it has a separate volume. So you got a bridge volume, neck volume, and a tone. 3-way blade selector. Floyd Rose Special Tremblo, it's not all that great. This has active Seymour Duncans in it. Oh, by the way, just in case I forgot, the Schecter 7-string has an active EMG 81 bridge. But I love Seymour Duncan pickups, but I'm a passive guy when it comes to Duncans. So generally, if I put passives in any of my guitars, it's a Seymour Duncan. If I put actives in, I generally go for EMGs. I tried the 90s Seymour Duncans that they had back in the 90s, and I didn't like them that well. These ones aren't bad. Not bad. They do the job. But I'm telling you, this one, when I got it, these frets are just sharp. They're kind of shitty. The Schecter, on the other hand, everything came out perfectly fine on that. And it's got great looking inlays. It's bound all over the place. And it was about a $1,200 guitar. And this is right around $800 new. I mean, the fretwork wasn't done. It needed set up pretty bad. So, but, you know, he wanted it. It was the only one they had at the time. And I promised it to him. And he plays it. And he can play it. And he likes it. But I really don't like the sharp frets. And I still need to set it up some. And like I said, the Floyd on this one isn't all that great. It does the job. But for the price range, it could have been better. Although I do like that it's got a maple fretboard on it. So you get some pretty decent snap out of it and everything. And it's, I mean, I guess it's a pretty bright guitar. You know, basswood's kind of a bright wood, I guess. But you do get a little bit of the slap there from, you know, from the maple fretboard. So, you know, not bad for what it is. Like I said, I thought it could have been a little bit better. Jackson could have done a little better job with that one. So, it is what it is, guys. Now, I'll bring you out one that I've had for a while. Walk in there, walk in there. This one is my Epiphone. I got a video up on this one already too. But just show it to you. I mean, I got this in 2012. And nice ball bat maple neck here. And the fit and finish on this thing was really freaking good. Now this being a 2012 model, this one came from a China plant. Now that's not a bad thing with this one. Of course, if we talk about the sickness, then it might be bad. But anyway, the plant that they used to make these in made other guitars like other brands. Now, this one in 2012, they moved to the other plant in China, which only made Epiphone guitars. And this one actually came stock with the actual 81, 85 Zakk Wylde EMGs in it. You know, the other ones came with the HC model, EMG HCs or whatever they were called. But this is all mahogany. The body is a mahogany body, mahogany top with the maple neck. And it sounds great. It plays great. In fact, this is, I have to say, this is the best Epiphone I've ever played. And I've got it tuned a whole step down. And the strings on this one I am using, because 99% of the time I'm using Ernie Ball Cobalts. Okay, Ernie Ball Cobalts on, and they're 9 to 46, the hybrid slinkies on all my Gibsons. I use the Ernie Ball Cobalts on the 7-string, and I'm using, on my son's V, I have Ernie Balls on there, but they're the ones that are, you know, supposed to last like 6 months. They have more play in them, so they're harder to break. And I put that on there because my son's 10. I got him that guitar when he was 9. And you know how kids are, guitar with a whammy bar. Never broke a string on it. Pretty cool, man. But these the strings are cheaper strings. What are the Dunlops? They're called heavy cores. They're like 10 to 48. And this thing is tuned to step down, and it plays like it's standard tuning. You don't have any issues of, you know, the bending or anything like that, going out of key, just hitting chords, because it feels like it's tuned standard. But that's a really cool guitar. I can get my Zakk tones out of that. If I got to do some heavy-ass harmonics without any issues, this is the one I grab. And away we go. Alright, next one coming up is Les Paul. Easy. Well, let me get that one back in. I want to give you my first newer Paul. This one. Now, I have a 96 studio, Gibson Les Paul studio, that's not in the Guitarsonal here. It's real sentimental. I bought it in 1996. It was my first brand new guitar ever. And it was my first Gibson ever. And it was ebony with all the gold hardware. And man, that was my road dog for years and years and years. I swapped out the pickups, put EMG Zakk Wylde 81, 85s in it. Like I said, and I beat the crap out of it. It's got finish checking everywhere. It's wore to the wood, but it's got a jack. The jack needs replaced on it. So that one's not getting here as part of the demo. And so anyway, after all the years go by, I've had some ESPs, and the Epiphone there is my second guitar. Finally got it in the market to where I could actually get a new Gibson Les Paul, and it was this. This is a 2015, yes, that's right, 2015 Gibson Les Paul Classic. Mahogany body, nice flame maple top on this one. Looks way better in person than on the camera here. And it came with the 0 fret nut. It came with the G-Force tuners, right? And everybody had to whine and complain about the you know, Les Paul 100 logo. It was meant to be a good thing, you know, celebrating Les's 100th birthday. Get over it. It was only a year. Another reason I bought it, because I thought, hey, that might be good down the road. And then the neck width got me. The width on this neck is freaking way, way bigger. And not a whole lot of people bitched about that. That was funny. You figure that's the first thing. Oh, he changed the width. No, they yelled about the headstock, and then they yelled about the robo tuners, and then they yelled about the friggin' nut. Well, the brass nut was the only thing, and I got my videos on that too. You can check those out. I think it's the 2015 Gibson Les Paul, 5 years later, Mythbusted. Watch that one. I go off about everything else everybody else was going off about. Anyway, played it. The string spacing is exactly the same as Les Paul's, but the neck width is wider, so you can have more room. I remember some people saying, "Yeah, you need a passing lane, huh?" Whatever. But this neck lends itself to being a really good shredder neck, man. It does. Anyway, pickups. Neck pickup is still standard, is still the stock pickup. It's a 57 Classic. Now this had a 50 Super 7. This had a Super 57 right here. Little harder, not quite what I liked, and it was really muddy. I even adjusted the poles and everything else, tried everything, and it just wasn't happening, man. So I decided I was going to pull it out, which was good because it's got a circuit board in there. It's got a little adapter. You just plug it right in. I found an adapter I could put on another guitar pickup and just plug it right in. No solder, none of that stuff, because it's got CTS pots in here. All that's good. So I found a Seymour Duncan, obviously, but this was different. I looked and looked and looked. I didn't want to go with my normal Seymour Duncan distortion and stuff like that in there. And I came to realize in my old age, I hate saying that I like the Alnico tube magnets in the neck, and I started getting into that vintage type, reaction and rolling it down. But I still wanted to have all my harmonics and cut through and the good tight low end. Lo and behold, I run across this Seymour Duncan Alternative 8. It's the same windings as a Seymour Duncan Custom, except the magnet in it is an Alnico 8 magnet. So it's kind of a bridge in between an A5 and a ceramic magnet. It doesn't have scoop mids. It's got nice mids, good range on the EQ spectrum. Same with the highs, but they're not bitey and they're not rag. And the low end is like freaking right there, and the low end is super tight. So you get your good Zakk harmonics out of it. Cuts great, sounds good clean. The real amazing thing is this neck pickup. When you split it on the clean sound and you kick the boost on, it's real chimey. I'll let you hear that in just a second. But this was one thing that I just don't like the look of it. This is a little 15 dB toggle. So it's a 15 dB boost ran with the battery. It's set at about half, so it's set at about 7.5 dB boost. So you can go in, it's got a trim pot, so you can turn it down, turn it up more, whatever you want. But I got it the nice sweet spot that I want. So I mean, yeah, you could use it as a volume boost when you're doing solos on distortion through stuff, but I like it more as clean. I just wish they would have gave me a tone knob there instead of a master tone, and they could have done a push-pull like that for the boost. But either way, it is what it is. But here, I'll split it. So now this is a single coil. On the clean tone, I'll kick that in. I'll let you hear it first. Here's normal. Okay. Split, boost on. So, really nice, man. Nice chimey sound out of the Les Paul. And people say you can't get a chimey sound out of a neck pickup on a Les Paul. Right there. Right there. Alrighty. Get it in. That's what she said. And then I ran into where I was able to get this one. This still smells new. 2017 Gibson Les Paul Standard Blueberry Burst. Her name's Violet. That one was Velvet. But traditional spec, asymmetrical neck. Same thing. I didn't like the pickups in this one, so I put a Seymour Duncan Alternative 8 in the bridge. And this had a Alnico 5 in the neck. I didn't like it. Pulled that out, put a Pearly Gates by Seymour Duncan in there. So that's that one. Sounds great. That's probably my number 2 guitar at the moment. And then we got this one right here. I've got videos on all these up already. Just trying to run through before my battery goes. This is a 2017 Gibson Les Paul traditional high performance. So we got the robot tuners. We got this 0 fret nut, all access hill joint, which I like this better than I like the new ones. But this is solid, man. No weight relief. This is called Antique Burst. And this is the only one I got that has stock Gibson pickups in it. This has a burst bucker 2 in the neck, burst bucker 3 in the bridge, and they're both Alnico 2s. But man, I can still get my Zakk harmonics on this thing. The neck sounds great. I like 2s in the neck anyway. It's got, you know, all the push-pull stuff. Anyway, I got a video on this one too. Go check that out. This one's called Sin. So just look up my videos named Sin. And I'm running through them quick for a reason. Because the freaking battery on my camera's going to die. And I don't like that. So anyway, that was a run through of my Guitarsonal. I will see you next time, and I'll do more in-depth stuff. I got a video on that. You know, just leave me freaking comments. You need to tell me what you like, what you don't like, and give me suggestions, man. Suggestions. I'm going to pick the camera up. I'm going to show you some stuff, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Until next time, this is Scott Paine. This is the Scott Paine YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and have them watch. Just put my videos on, man. Just put them on. Just put them on and just let them play. Let them all play. Walk away so I can get enough airtime to start making some cash at this. You understand me? Do you people understand? Alright, here is a little bit of my stuff. EVH 5153 2x12 combo, which has more gain than the 50 watt head. And there's my 4x12 cabinet. There's some more pretty guitars. There's a cat. There's me. And it's covered up there by some stuff. But there is my Fender amp. Well, my son's amp now. And the Schecter. And all my nice little wall and stuff. So, you understand? You are going to watch my stuff. Just let it play. I need to get on here. And I want to start telling stories after this. I did my guitar stuff. I got some more in-depth stuff on the guitars, but I'm going to start telling you stories like the time that I lost my sock. Just don't ask the jailers about that stuff. Alright? So I will see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, play guitar, watch my stuff, and watch my stuff some more.